What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's first domestic weather satellite will start sending back data on sea surface conditions next month ahead of the country's typhoon season. Launched last October, the Triton satellite is designed to predict typhoon intensities. Developed by the Taiwan Space Agency, it will collect sea surface wind data that will help with typhoon path predictions. The data that Triton provides will go toward a collaboration with the Central Weather Administration to improve the accuracy of weather forecasts. A new report says Taiwan is facing dangerous heat and drought from the climate crisis. Its authors hope their findings will spur the government into taking stronger measures to protect citizens. Sally Ensign has the story.
Setting off flares to make it rain. This is cloud seeding, an artificial technique Taiwan's authorities are using to try to refill the country's reservoirs, many of which are running dry.
我们的水库的蓄水量就很容易，因为没有下雨，然后用水量又多，所以产生相关缺水的一个情况。
Taiwan's almost 100 reservoirs have a total capacity of over 2.5 billion cubic meters. They supply almost a quarter of the country's demand for water, with most going to cities and agricultural fields. They're filled by regular spring rains, but an unusually dry start to the year is raising concerns of water shortages going into summer. Worsening droughts are one of the key warnings of a new climate report by Taiwan's Environment Ministry in collaboration with top climate scientists. It's the first of its kind since the government passed a climate change law in January last year, with the goal of reducing the impact of climate disasters on the country. The report's authors say along with summers getting drier, they're on course to get longer and hotter too.
夏季的天数也会越来越长，最糟糕情境会达到7个月左右，那最好也会达到5个月左右。
Running over 600 pages long, Taiwan's equivalent of the UN's annual climate report paints a grim picture for the country and its citizens. Daytime temperatures reaching almost 40 degrees Celsius already pose a health hazard to vulnerable groups. Built environment experts say urban planning should be improved to lessen the danger.
我们要提早做好调试，那这个城市对抗热的时候有更好的这个容受力，利用水跟绿地让环境这个温度降低。第二是通风散热。
It's hoped that measures like these will reduce the human cost of the climate crisis. Taiwan's capital, Taipei, is heating up faster than the global average, and it's during hot summer days that many residents here will most depend on a stable water supply to keep cool. But with scientists warning of more danger ahead, if Taiwan's government doesn't take sufficient action soon, for many here, it could spell disaster. Andy Xue and Sally Ensign in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
To find out more about the climate study, Sally Ensign spoke to its co-author, Professor Shi Huangsheng, from the Research Center for Environmental Changes at Academia Sinica.
You've just published a landmark report on the state of the climate crisis in Taiwan. Can you tell us the key findings?
Okay, I guess the key finding is same as everywhere around the world, the climate will continue warming. And no matter how we reduce the carbon emissions, and the warming will continue at least until 2050 and 2060. And as a result, that our extreme rainfall will become stronger and more frequent. And also, we will have much less number of typhoons affecting Taiwan. But when they come, their strength may be much stronger, with a much larger precipitation. For example, if in the worst scenario, then by the end of this century, the rainfall amount will increase like 35%. So that's quite a lot in terms of typhoon. But then the dry period in the springtime will become longer. That's not good for our water resources and also not good for the water-related natural disasters.
You say it's similar to the rest of the world, but would you say Taiwan's prospects are better or worse?
I guess it would not be worse than some areas like in mid-latitude, in the extratropical northern hemisphere, especially over land area. So, for example, in the United States or in Europe, you probably encounter even more temperature rise and drier climate, and also a more severe heavy rainfall. We will see the similar thing in Taiwan, probably not as severe as in the mid-latitude area. Yeah, so we probably somewhere in the middle.
What are the key recommendations that Taiwan's government should take in light of your report?
I guess we need to pay more attention to locally is the effort for the adaptations. Okay, we need to have fully understand of all the possible impact on every sectors, from public health, from the flooding, from water resources, to even to the economics and to ecosystem, everything, agriculture, whatever. But we do not have fully understanding so far. So this kind of organized effort between the government agencies is definitely needed, and we need to do that much faster and much more efficient.
That was Professor Xu Huangsheng talking to our reporter Sally Yansen. Taitung's government is moving ahead with plans to revitalize a long-abandoned beachside resort project, sparking renewed controversy. A contractor has been found to transform the empty Miramar Resort Hotel into cultural and educational facilities. The complex has been plagued by a series of legal disputes and corruption allegations for over 20 years. Environmental and local indigenous groups have long demanded the development's demolition, and the announcement of a new project has triggered renewed protests.
还是摆脱不了它是度假村饭店这样子的一个事实。那我觉得县府它这种用文教设施的做法规避环评呢，其实是一个行政滥权哈。
A rare type of seahorse has been found off Taiwan's south coast for the first time. Our reporter Sandy Chi has the details.
This tiny fellow has been spotted in the waters of Xiaoliuqiu, a small island off Taiwan's southwest coast. And while it may seem like an ordinary seahorse, it's raised eyebrows among divers here.
它这一次是在小琉球首次被我们发现，我们寻找了很多年。
The species of Pygmy seahorse is tiny and well camouflaged, usually spotted among seagrass, soft corals, or sea fans around Green Island, all the way on the east side of Taiwan. Local divers say they spotted 2 of them off Xiaoliuqiu, and one was pregnant.
照顾卵，然后孵化成小海马的过程是由雄性来孵育。这一只海马其实是一只雄性的，然后目前它的腹部可以看到它明显的肿大哈，那其实是有一个育幼的一个过程。
Although only 2 were found around Xiaoliuqiu, divers here are hoping they continue to breed so they'll be here to stay. Professor Chen and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
A photo exhibition is marking 45 years since the U.S. passed the Taiwan Relations Act, the legal basis of its unofficial ties with Taipei. On display at George Washington University, the exhibit shows key moments in Taiwan-U.S. relations since the act took force in 1979. Since then, it has governed ties between the countries after the U.S. switched diplomatic recognition from Taiwan to China. It covers a range of aspects of the relationship, including security, arms sales, and cultural exchanges. Taiwan's representative to the U.S., Alexander Da-Lei Yu, spoke about its significance at a symposium marking the anniversary.
So we have thrived since 1979 in terms of security, defense, education, technology, trade, etc.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, check out these 2 Sumatran tiger cubs named Rimba and Toba. They were born in March and recently arrived at their new home in this French zoo. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.